Hmm. Well, this is Denny C with the Family Factor, trying to figure this new stuff out here. I hope everybody's having a good day today. We're working hard, just trying to figure out what this show will sound like. I do apologize. We hope you've had a wonderful Thanksgiving weekend, and hope that you had a lot of fun with your family. I realize that you're just now getting back home if you're not already home, and hopefully it'll turn out a lot better. But it's amazing that that things happen from time to time where those things can make it kind of interesting from time to time. But let's see here. Hope that things go well with the day that you're having. Let's see here. Looking at something real quickly. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, it's interesting. I tell you what, it's something that sometimes we don't always see. But anyway, well, this is Denny C with the Family Factor. This is a learning experience, as I was stating. We're doing it all on Spreaker now, and it'll get a lot better. So, and starting on the 9th of December, we're going to start talking about the 12 days of Christmas, because we will have different types of things each day and so on. I was having an interesting time. I tell you what, I've been working a lot at my real job. Although to me this is my better job. And I find it interesting that there are times that we just, we've got to figure out what's, I don't know how to put it. It's interesting. But you just never know what to expect. And if Double R is listening to this, which hopefully he's asleep, but if he's not, then hopefully that happens. But anyway, but you're with K98Talk.com, and of course, starting today, we kick off our broadcast. Was having issues in the beginning of this, and I apologize for that, but this will get a lot better and a lot easier as the days go by. But we'll be running the Family Factor from 6 to 8 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and then, of course, we have America Off the Rails, and we have Common Ground, and in the different orders. But we hope that you had a good Turkey Day, and hopefully that was something that was worth it. But so interesting. There's a lot of stuff been going on in the news. We had a situation where give me a moment. I apologize. We had a problem. We had a situation where you had the derailing of that train that happened, and anyway, it just the last count that I had heard was 4 had passed away, and over 60 were injured in different degrees, I started looking for Samuel L. Jackson in a wheelchair when I heard that happening. I was thinking of the movie Unbreakable. But let's see here. Okay. So, okay, let's see here. Looking at something real quick here. Ah, the intro. Okay, there we go. We're just trying to figure all this out on our new console and finding it interesting as we're on the air here. But let's see here. Look at something else here. Okay. Interesting. Anyway, I tell you what, college football was interesting. Let me just kind of talk about some things over the weekend. I think this was interesting. We had a lot of football action. Of course, everybody knows Alabama got beat by Auburn, which I'm sure everybody heard this. So, but anyway, that's just how it was. I mean, you never know why it has to be that way, but it does. Let's see here. Oh, brother. Anyway, well, I think it's interesting that that had happened, but nonetheless, it did. So, well, find it interesting that we have different things going on, and so with the family factor, what we're going to be doing on a daily basis is just talk about different things. We'll probably be interviewing different guys and girls that are running for office in the upcoming elections, because that's kind of important if you ask me. Why wouldn't it be? But it'll be interesting if we didn't do that, because we've got to have that kind of stuff happen. We're going to have different things. We're going to be talking about just as we have before, different family issues. We also have we've done different interviews with authors of a book that came out to help those who are in war, and so it's been a real interesting time with that happening. You just never know. But let's see here. Let me look at something real quickly. Okay. Let's see here. Let me do something real quickly here. Let's see here. Alright, interesting. Okay. Anyway, but we appreciate everybody who's tuned into the Family Factor since it began a long time ago. Now, you can always reach us at thefamilyfactor@live.com by email, or you can always go to our Twitter account at the Denny C on Twitter. You can also go to the Family Factor on Facebook and get a hold of us. There's a lot of things that you can always do to let us know anything that you're having a question about in your lives, or whatever we can do to help you. Let's see here. But what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at different stuff, just trying to figure out. Let's see here. Okay. Okay. I had to have everything kind of moved over, so that's the reason why I'm like kind of quiet today. I'm sorry about all this, but trust me, the show will not be so boring in upcoming days. But I hope that everybody's done well. I hope that you had a lot of fun with your family. You know, I bet you have a lot of memories of when you were kids from previous Christmases that you've had, and hopefully you had a good good dinners and good times, and that's kind of important. Sometimes we basically just get too caught up in life that we don't just stop and smell the roses and just kind of enjoy the way things are. Let's see here. Okay, I was looking for something for you. And let's see here. Here we go. Almost done. Let's see here. Let's see here. Thank you for your time. This will not be an ongoing thing, no, not in the future. Just trying to find different things that might be good. Let's see here. Okay. All right. And then this. Okay. All right. Well, we hope that everybody's had a good time. Sorry about all this. What basically it is, we're here under a new whole console, and it's just a little bit different. You know, I wonder what's gone through people's minds this last Thanksgiving, if they've had the passing of a loved one, and the memories that basically their minds went to. You know, those of you who listened to the show a few weeks ago, my wife's grandmother had passed away. Well, this Thanksgiving was interesting because the grandfather was very kind of up, and the family was kind of up. I mean, they missed, of course, their mother, but you know, it was a good situation where they were able to get things back in order. But anyway, so it amazes me when those kind of things happen. You know, that basically, you never know, you know, what the possibilities may be. So hopefully, it'll only get better, because you just never know. Let's see here. Okay, we're going to take a moment and just listen to this kind of a Christmas song as we're getting things going. Give us just a moment, and we'll be right back with you.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where those treetops listen and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow, the snow. So then I am dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days, may your days, may your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and the children listen to hear sleigh bells
says, be wise. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle
There you go. Well, we're trying to get things just kind of rolling, and I'm, of course, getting used to all of this stuff. I tell you what, it's different, but we hope that you will stay with us as we get better. Well, as I stated, we have started this new show, and we're just trying to get the swing of things. Now, Double R, he's done it from this section for a long time now, and so he's used to it. He just pushes this and does that and all this, and so we appreciate your patience with us as we are just getting a little bit better at this. It'll always take more time, of course, but hey, we appreciate your time giving it to us so that we can go ahead and get things kind of back to where they need to be. But let's see here. It's interesting. I'll put it to you that way. But you never know, you know. Let's see here. So basically, I am a big Christmas lover. I love Christmas stuff. Let's see here. Looking at something real quickly here. But basically, it is just something that we're working on. We appreciate you coming with us here to K98talk.com, and so if at any time you find the need to get a hold of us, you can go to our website, K98talk.com, and get a hold of us. We'll be glad to talk with you and all of that. It's very, very interesting, but with everything that goes on, but hopefully it will get better. We like, for instance, my show will be 6 to 8 in the morning. Then we have another show from 8 to 10, and then 10 to 12. And then we will have other speakers as we have more set up for additional shows in the process. But anyway, it's interesting. You know, this time of year, there's a lot of expectations on everybody. There's the shows, you know, like the Christmas shows. There is maybe some solos, some duets, some talking of different kinds. There is also the remembrances of the reason why the word Christmas came to being with Jesus our Lord, giving his life on the cross for all mankind, for the sins of everyone. So there's a lot of reason that people do speak about these things, but it's a growing concept that hopefully will continue to just get better and better and better. Let's see here. It's just amazing. I'm just getting used to all this stuff. Let's see here. Let me do something real quickly here. Okay. Adding something here. Okay, we'll be right back with you. This is Denny C. Again, I appreciate your patience with me figuring all this out on my first technical show on Spreaker. We'll be right with you. Okay. Well, I tell you what, I love that versions of that newer remix of songs, and no, this will never be an ongoing thing. I appreciate the time you've given me. Okay, so basically, here at K98Talk.com, we've got a lot we're going to be growing into and doing, and we hope that you will agree with us as we will strive to I don't know, tickle your ears, you might call it. Tickle your ears and keep you engrossed in the conversations we will be having. It's amazing to me that we have been striving very hard as a company to grow bigger each day. I did radio, goodness, for about 20 years, back when I was a lot younger than I am now, and it's something that I have missed, and I appreciate the opportunity that we have to come back into this with K98 Talk. And we really find it interesting when those kind of things happen. But, as we grow into all these things, hopefully you will find that basically it'll just get better and better and better, but that's just how it seems to be. But anyway, we're trying to basically grow here in Oklahoma, and we are now carried nationwide and worldwide, and we are trying to make sure that we reach out and get busy. I mean, with the upcoming elections that will be happening in 2014, Double R, Dave, and all them with Common Ground Media and Off the Rails are going to be very, very busy. It's interesting, but it's going to happen. And then you have basically more things going on with the upcoming sports. I mean, I tell you what, there was between Auburn and there was two games that really were interesting. I mean, they're tied up. You had the Ohio State and the Minnesota team playing it out, and then there's a kickoff or something. I can't remember exactly what the play was, but their guy from Ohio State runs down there before the time's over, touchdown, and Ohio State kills Minnesota. And then Auburn turns around almost in a similar attitude and beats Alabama. I mean, how much more could you ask for? I mean, that's just sweet. And, and this time of year, I tell you what, last week, I and my wife, we got to spend time together, and we got to plan out the holidays and all of that good stuff, and it turned out really well that happened because of all the things that we're trying to get accomplished. I mean, it's just amazing, But next Saturday is the Bedlam game between Oklahoma University and Oklahoma State University, Boomer Sooners and the Cowboys, and it's going to be interesting because technically, with what we've seen, it looks like OSU's probably going to win, but it's all going to boil down to who wants it most, and if the spirit is in OU may beat OSU. Although I'm a big OU lover, I give hats to where hats need to be, and that's where I see that very thing. Because I see that happening. But interesting, isn't it? Anyway, you will find that very thing going on. And then, of course, this last week was Thanksgiving. A lot of dead turkeys out there, and roast, and potatoes, and stuffing, and I tell you what, there was this one dessert. My goodness, I didn't touch it because it'd have killed me if I'd ate it. It was a cake that was surrounded by Kit Kats with M&Ms on top. I mean, can you imagine that? My goodness. And there's a lot of other good stuff too. But, pretty much we're at a time now that you just have to basically get busy. That's just all there is to it. Let's see here. Looking for something. Let's see here. I just got to get used to this place that we're using. It's just interesting. I tell you what. Let's see here. Interesting. Let's see here. Well, let's look at this real quickly. I think it'll be interesting. Let's see here.
It's a beautiful morning. I think we were made to be courageous. We were made to lead the way. We could be the generation that finally breaks the chains. We were made to be.
You're listening to The Family Factor with Denny C, right here on the all-new K98 Talk.
Now that was interesting. Hey, I like that. I tell you what. But anyway, sorry about, this is kind of the first day just trying to figure this whole thing out. I tell you what. But I appreciate y'all with the time, and I know what of Double R, if he's listening to this, he said, man, you only had months to do it. You just only had months to do it. You should have just went ahead and got to doing it. But you know what? I appreciate everybody. This will not be ever an ongoing thing. Matter of fact, I got to tell on myself. I didn't get to bed till 3. I had to work late at my other job, and which I hope this will be my permanent job in the near future. But basically, I had to get to bed at 3, and I had to try and get up at 5:30. And bless my wife's heart, she's just tapping on my back and trying to get me up. And so anyway, so I'm going out the door, and to make a long story short, I'm going out the door, and she goes, well, kiss me, because I got to go to work, and I need to kiss you. And I go, but I got to get on the road. And so anyway, I kind of upset her. And so this goes out to my honeydew. I'm so sorry, babe. And, we're not perfect, are we, men? We are the ones who create problems like little babies, and our wives are still like the mothers, which is wrong. We need to be a little bit more like a father here, don't we? But interesting. I tell you what. We would like an interesting thing here. Now, with this new show at this time, and that will change eventually, to make a long story short, you will be able to call in, but not at this time. Those who have called in, we've visited over different issues you've had. You could maybe send us emails and stuff like that. Matter of fact, we're going to have, I'm going to figure out a way, like through Skype and stuff, you can actually be able to take care of it that way. But we're just trying to get everything kind of situated better, and it's taking a little more time for me because I'm newbie at this. No pun intended, just saying it like it is. But it amazes me that that kind of happens, you know. Let's see here. But you know, you never know. But many times it takes that to happen. Amazing, isn't it? Let's see here. It is funny when these things kind of happen. Let's see here. And sometimes, of course, it's not as funny. You just never know. But, so, you know, going back to what we've been talking about, unfortunately, when the show began, kind of hit and miss. You know, this is the time of year when we put into memory the things that, we think about in a variety of ways. We consider the situation that, you know, as we look back, to previous years of our lives, we look at different gifts that we were given. We look at different issues. You know, we often wonder, why is it that life changes so much? You know, why is it has to be that way? And you know, I don't really have an answer on that. It just does. But hopefully with time they get better, you know. You just never ever really truly know, other than it just happens. But hopefully over time you will find that you know, you will find that basically it gets better. Let's see here. Look at something real quickly here. Okay, and let's see here. So, you know, you never know what can really, you know, happen in those situations. Other than just get things going, you know. That's all I can say. Let's see here. Okay. Well, we're going to take another break. We've hit the 7:14 time, and I apologize for the hit and miss. This is just new to me, everybody. We do thank you for tuning in. And by the way, tomorrow will not be nothing like this. I appreciate Double R. He's probably going, oh boy, what's he doing now? But anyway, we appreciate y'all for listening. We'll be right back with you.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time, yes, the most wonderful time, oh, the most wonderful time of the
By the way, we do want to send out a little nice thing here. You know, it's Dave's birthday today. Yeah, happy birthday, Dave. He'll be on later today on the show with Roberto, otherwise known as Double R. And we do want to make sure that Dave knew it was his birthday if he forgot. But anyway, we'll just see if he ever gets that information from me. But anyway, you know, we really, really find it interesting in our lives, don't we, that we have situations that just don't seem to go at the speed we want them to. Let me explain. Let's say you're dating a girl, and she's gorgeous, right, guys? She's just, oh, she'll melt you like butter. She's just gorgeous, right? And all you want to do is give her a kiss. Now, how long do you have to go dating her before you kiss her? Or will she kiss you first? You let her kiss you first. It's amazing. Or let's say you're waiting for the new game to come out for the Xbox or the PlayStation or whatever, and let's say they sent you kind of a sample of it. You've been playing the sample, and you're just waiting to buy that game, right? Or you're 15. Your birthday's coming up. You were told you're going to get a car for your birthday, and you're waiting to see what you get, right? When out of nowhere, they give you some old, dilapidated vehicle. But you're just so happy you got a car. What do you do with that vehicle? Man, you spit on it, you shove it up, you get it going, and then what do? You go buy musical equipment to put in it. So you can get a radio with mega bass and all that stuff, right? Well, that never changes. I don't care how old you get. Hopefully, if you are in good spirits, that spirit will always keep you expecting from the right concept something great. You know, I would want to always have the right expectation with my children at all times. I got a son. He is in college. He's 20 years old, and he's a man, you know, and he's in his own world. He's a man. He's his own master, you know. But you know, there comes a time when he calls dad or mom. I need some money. You know, and then there's, in my situation, the dad of a daughter who's 17, and I watch guys like hawks, boy. You know, their eyes are where they shouldn't be, and you just want to pluck them out. You know, just go up there and knock them right in the jaw. Get your eyes off my girl. Right, guys? I mean, there's all kinds of things that we, on a daily basis, we kind of think about or we look into. It's amazing. But you know, you just never know. But it's just funny. But you know, you just try to get things going, and hopefully things will just work out like they should, and therefore, you know, no big deal. It'll get better. But anyway, let's see here. I want to look at something. Now, you know, we've had a lot of stuff going on in the news. By midnight that night, what was that, Saturday night? You're supposed to have the Obamacare up and running. You know, for families, they just want to make sure that their children are taken care of. I mean, you're put into a lot of hard situations because you just don't know what could happen. You know, you just don't know what is the possibility of the of the upcoming issues that could happen. You know, you just don't know. And so basically, when that happens, you just turn around and get busy. I mean, you know, there's this all, I don't know how else to put it. You're there for your kiddos, and anyway, so with those things going on, you just wonder what's the possibility of what's going to happen. Anyway, but things can get better at all times. You just have to basically get better with all that stuff. There's just no other way about it. But you just continue. That's all I can say. You just continue. Because you just never know. Anyway, well, we do appreciate y'all for tuning into the Family Factor. I realize today's been kind of different. As dumb as it sounds, you just have to figure out this new software we're using. And that way, because tomorrow I don't want the show to go like this where it's hit and miss. It needs to be dead on with an idea and a thought, and it will be. Because there's a lot of things I've been working on for the show. And you just never know what possibilities are out there. As to why it has to be that way at times. But anyway, let's see here. And no, we will not have all these musical breaks that we've been having. That was just something that was at this time kind of necessary because I'm just trying to figure out how everything works, But it'll always get better. At least I foresee it getting better. But it's amazing that those kind of things happen. Let's see here. We hope you, though, stay tuned in today because we're going to have America Off the Rails with Double R, and then Double R and Dave are also going to be doing the Common Ground show. But it's Double R. I mean, it's Dave's birthday, and I saw him kind of in the background there. He's kind of worked into the office, and he looks a little hungover. I wonder if he decided to party last night. No, I'm just kidding. Dave's not that kind of guy, but anyway, it's just interesting when these kind of things happen, because you just want to make sure that you always think about those who you work with and those who your friends and all that, and of course there's your family members and that kind of thing. I'm looking at something right now. Let's see here. Okay. But I hope that everybody's been doing well and that things are going really good. You never know with the way things are at times. Could it get better? Could it get worse? You just never know. But you just have to tell yourself it's gonna get better, and it indeed will get better. What else can you say, right? But let's see here. Looking for something real quickly here. And let's just pause for the cause, and hopefully this will work out really well. We'll be right back with you in just literally a moment.
Put my trust in you, just as far as I can go.
Alright folks, some of you know me, some of you don't. I'm Double R, the founder here at Common Ground Media Group, and we have two different channels running. We have Common Ground Media Group Oklahoma over on Blog.
Well, I had to stop that one. We don't have no two channels. That's kind of an outdated commercial that needs to be taken off the wires here. I tell you what, Double R. Anyway, I tell you what, Double R's been busy. He's an interesting guy with what he's got coming up, and I think that's going to be interesting to see. Really, it's going to be interesting to see with what basically we have. Let's see here. Let me look at something real quickly here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, looking at different stuff here real quickly here. Let's see here, kind of looking for something. Okay. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. Alright. This was looking for something. We'll be right back with you.
Hey! If any of you are looking for any last-minute gift ideas for me, I have one. I'd like Frank Shirley, my boss, right here tonight. I want him brought from his happy holiday slumber over there in Melody Lane with all the other rich people, and I want him brought right here with a big ribbon on his head. And I want to look him straight in the eye, and I want to tell him what a cheap, lying, no-good, rotten, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit he is! Hallelujah! Holy shit! Where's the Tylenol?
Christmas Eve will find me I'll be home for Christmas. Oh, yes. If only my dream. I'll be home for Christmas.
You know, that girl's from Oklahoma, right? Right. And she's coming up this week with Raindrops and Roses and Whiskers on Kittens. Anyway, there's a really cool song they did that called The Smash, and it's interesting. Maybe you'll be able to hear it sometime if you go online. Anyway, well, I tell you what, it's interesting this time of year when we have different things going on, and we're there for everybody we can be. There's just no other way to say it. But you just wonder what can be what could happen in that respect. But it will always get better, that's for sure. But I tell you what you need to do is, if you have the ability to help others in need, go for it. Help the others that are in need, because you will find that in the end of it all, it was worth it. This may be the only time of year that somebody somewhere has something to look forward to. But if we don't, strive hard, to get it to them, it just ain't going to happen. Just trying to think how else to put it. But anyway, well, we're looking at different things, and we're trying to see what all we can do. It amazes me from time to time that we forget those around us who help us on a daily basis. And there's always that one person that donates their time, just volunteers their time to help others. And the sad part about it is, no one ever helps them. And they didn't do it for that reason. They never did it for the reason of they wanted to be shown that, what am I trying to say here? To be shown praise. That's the kind of spirit they have. They just give back. They don't look for any kind of thankfulness or anything like that. But hopefully, if you know somebody like that, you will show them that thankfulness, and you will be glad to, I don't know, trying to figure out what, how, just to show them that you do recognize what they do, that they're not just there for a ridiculous reason, but that they really are recognized. It amazes me that there are those in this world that are just looking for everybody to give to them, but they're not willing to help out and give to others. And the way I look at it, over time, their do will be given back to them. You know, what goes around comes around, as they say it. And you just never know, but you try to basically reach out and touch another's life. Let me ask you this. Have you ever, especially this time of year, just taken the time to look back, to think about things that you never did before that might have been able to help you in your daily thoughts? Do you take the time to just study the Word on a daily basis? Do you keep a journal? Write down like 3 positive things and 3 negative things, and then the next day, don't look at the negatives, just look at the positives. So you put them on both ends of the book. You know, on the front's the positives, on the back's the negatives, so you never look at the negatives. Do you ever do something like that? So it kind of makes you, consider, because what it does is it helps you keep your mind on the proper setting, stepping forward on a daily basis, not looking back by doing that kind of stuff. But it's just amazing when that kind of stuff happens, because we never know what's around the corner. We only know what's here and now. So the fact that you don't know what's around the corner, are you at least working on the here and now at all times? Does that make sense what I'm asking? So that way, in the end, it works out perfect. I thought I would ask that because many times we just don't think about that. We just move forward, and sometimes it just doesn't work out like we thought it would. As we just consider and work ahead. Looking for something here. So, on a daily basis, when you get up, are you thankful for what you have achieved in life? Are you thankful for what you could work forward toward? Or do you simply just get up and expect the world just to give you whatever? I will say this, that if we would, as a nation, work hard, trying to accomplish and achieve everything that's our responsibility as a human being, and the position we're in, whether we're a single person, as a child of somebody, a father, a mother, a grandfather, grandmother, a neighbor. If we had the right concept and treat others as we would want to be treated, it'd be a far different world. We would not be always fighting and arguing and trying to take from another. It's just something that you have to continually work on and consider, because if you don't, you're going to wish you did. Because there may come a time when you are the one in need and nobody cares enough about you to ever help you out. It amazes me that those kind of things happen. But anyway, well, let me look here. Let's see. Bear with me just a moment. I'm going to look for something here. I'll tell you what, though, with everything that seems to be going on these days, back in the 80s, there was a remarkable situation, because there were people who wanted to literally give back to the world. Let's play this one song in remembrance of that very thought that they sing.
It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. At Christmas time, we let in light and we banish shade. And in our world of plenty, we can spread a smile of joy. Throw your arms around the world at Christmas time. But say a prayer. Pray for the other ones. At Christmas time, it's hard, but when you're having fun, there's no world outside your window, and it's a world of dread and fear, where the only water flowing is the bitter sting of tears, and the Christmas bells that ring there are the clanging chimes of doom. Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you. And there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. The greatest gift they'll get this year is life. Oh, where nothing ever grows, no rain or rivers flow. Do they know it's Christmas time at all? Here's to you, raise a glass for everyone. Here's to them underneath that burning sun. Do they know it's Christmas time at
Pretty amazing, I tell you what. I remember when that came out in the mid 80s, and now it's on the radio. Back then they played it all the time. Kind of like with the group song with Michael Jackson and all of them, But it's amazing because you just never know why that happens, but it does, and so that's just how it is. I tell you what, we've only got about 10 minutes, a little bit less than 10 minutes left, and we're again working on different things, just trying to see if we can get things going the way they should. And we thank you for all the time you've been giving us. We're not closing out the show yet, but we're just trying to get things going. Let's see here. But looking at something real quickly here. Okay. Look at something real quickly. You just never know how things get saved. Interesting, huh? But you just don't know, and you have to kind of look for this kind of stuff. Interesting, though. But, well, we'll use that tomorrow once I find that thing. But anyway, I tell you what, we appreciate you listening to a very odd family factor today. I hope that everybody, gets a little bit blessed for that. I tell you what, I'm sorry, it's just been a learning experience for us. But it just happens. You just never know. But let's see here. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking at something real quickly here. And then I'll look at something else here as well. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Well, we gotta leave you with this unfortunate song. I mean, it's one of the ones everybody pretty much listens to. It's the theme to Oh Holy Night, It's a great song. This will only play this one time only. Now, if Dave and them play it, that's fine. But we hope that you enjoy it. Listen, everybody, tomorrow we'll be back to normal with the Family Factor Tuesday on. And we hope that you'll stay tuned for the Common Ground show. It's coming up next with Double R and Dave. This is Denny C with the Family Factor. Thanking you for listening. We're going to close out our last 5 minutes with this 2-minute song.
Okay, children, gather around. Now, since Eric Cartman can't seem to remember the words to Oh Holy Night, we're going to use a little shock therapy. I'm going to give one of you children this cattle prod, and if Eric forgets any words, just shock him a little, okay? Who wants the prod?
Me. I want to.
Here you go, Kyle. Why don't you take it?
Sweet.
Okay, Eric, whenever you're ready.
And what was that for? I didn't screw up.
No, Kyle, you can't shock him unless he forgets the words.
Sorry, Mr. Garrison. And the stars are brightly shining. It is the day of our dear Savior's birthday.
Those aren't the words, Eric.
Jesus was born, and so we give praise. Some decoration. Okay. Fall on your knees and hear the angels voices.
Very nice, Eric.
I remember that whole chorus. Didn't even have to...
Missed it.
Damn, Cartman.
Wow. Okay, Eric, now we're going to do the French words.
What?